toi. When you can't push one more second, chase the glory. Visez haut.
Sports on CBC, presented by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bagues Baron Rings, et par and by BioSteel.
Welcome to U Sports on CBC and the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship. My name is Desmond Thomas, live at Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario, as we get set to bring you today's matchup between the 6th-seeded and OUA runner-up York University Lions and the 2nd-seeded RSEQ champion Montréal Carabins. The York Lions, 10 years separated from their gold medal win at this tournament in 2015, proved that the Lion is indeed the king of the jungle with a 5-1 thumping of the AUS champion Dalhousie Tigers yesterday afternoon. Led by head coach Carmine Isaacone in his 19th season, he'll look for a better result than last year in Oshawa when these two teams met in the semifinals and Montreal pulled away with a 2-1 victory. On the other hand, the Carabins will be looking to repeat the feat and once again send York to the bronze medal game on Sunday. Montreal comes into this game now on a 9-game unbeaten streak, led by head coach Pat Raimondo. Will play for a chance to medal in this tournament for a 5th straight year. Take a look at the head-to-head between these two teams coming into the game in the regular season. The Carabins 6-2-3, York University Lions 9-1-2. In the playoffs, undefeated, the Carabins and the York Lions lost in the OUA finals 2-1. When we come back, it's the opening kickoff as the York University Lions take on the Montréal Carabins in this first semifinal. You're watching the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship on CBC.
The stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
Delaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine, parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC in the 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Championship live from Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario. So the York University Lions in their white and red kits today will look to improve upon their 1-0 record in the U Sport Championship. A big 5-1 defeat over the Lions yesterday as they came in as the 6th seed, the Tigers as the 3rd, but the Tigers out of the tournament now completely as they dropped their consolation semifinal match today against the UBC Thunderbirds, and the Carabins in as the 2 seed. A chance to medal for the 5th straight time. And players to watch in this game for the York Lions, Christian Zipiri, the number 10, the 6'1" accounting major, is a threat to be reckoned with for sure. Had 2 goals against Dalhousie yesterday and a goal versus McMaster in the OUA playoffs. And in goal for the Montréal Carabins, number 27, Joachim Millie. And we'll hear more from him with a 2-minute segment at halftime. And we are underway here. The Montréal Carabins and the York University Lions in this championship semifinal. The Carabins de Montréal, as they always have, wherever they go, a strong contingent of supporters will follow. And it's out to touch here. Juan J. Jomez will take this throw-in and send in to the 6-yard box. It'll be claimed by Michael Williams. 5 saves on 6 shots in York's game yesterday against Dalhousie, and that goal that did get past him was a penalty spot kick, so not much of a chance for him. York through the middle and punted back in the midfield. McDuff took a bit of a tumble. Now it's played forward by Juan J. Jomez again. No changes in the starting lineup for the Carabins de Montréal in this game, as they go with a lineup of Bilal Bouchamela, Sebastian Kabuzi, Kalen Kalajoglu, Zachary Belamri, Montassé El Hashali, Wesley Eves, Juan J. Jomez, Stiki Traore, Sammy McDuff, Xavier Malo, and Maxime Filion. And that goes off of James Fidalgo, or pardon me, Matthew Fisher. One change for Carmen Isaacos, York Lions, in his starting lineup today. Anthony Morano in for Yigal Brook. Morano not even on the score sheet yesterday, not on the lineup card. But will draw in for his first action at the U Sport Championship in the semifinal. Trying to help his team win a berth in the final. That's a dangerous ball through. And Michael Williams up to claim it, as Fidillon was lurking in the vicinity. And then Michael Williams, not sure if he tried to drop that ball, but he did and was forced to play it quickly. And up the near side, off the boot of Juan J. Jomez, and a chance here for York to counter. Moreno, cross to the far side. Sortino drops it back, Morano. And that's headed away from danger by Malo. Lions thrown on the far side of the pitch. And in the corner of the 18-yard box. It will be thumped out by Traore. And down the pitch and sent all the way back to Michael Williams. And nervous moments here. Great press from Morano. Up on the far side, or pardon me, McDuff. And McDuff fires that in. It's blocked away by Medeiros. Juanze Jomez, top of the 18-yard box. That's headed away from danger. And sliding to try to keep the play alive. The Carabins hungry to start this game. And that was Kabouzi. And Christian Zapiri down along the deck. Keep an eye on him throughout the game. 2 goals against Dalhousie yesterday. Had 8 goals through the regular season and has put up 23 in his 40 games played with York. Fisher. And Montreal will take that spot kick quickly. Free kick, I should say, on the far side. No break in. That's headed along nicely by McDuff. Played back to Williams, but it's a poor back pass, and that does escape the line. And it will go out for a corner kick. Montreal, the lone corner kick in their 2024 gold medal final match rematch yesterday against UBC. Allez les Bleus chants ring out here at Varsity Stadium as Kalajoglu on his right will curl this one in. To the front post, headed away from danger. Nearly kept in play by El Harshali. And off the pitch, York steaming up the near side. It does escape the touchline. Put back in by Casa. And leaping to try to win that ball back was Medeiros, but it gets past him. Oh, McDuff looked to be an offside, but Micah Williams nonetheless will come out and clear his line. Now a battle up on the far side. El Harshali able to win a throw-in for his side. Traore will take it. Sidki Traore, the second-year defender of La Prairie. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this week for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. And now Traore again, another throw-in. Long and into the box, McDuff back in front, and that just sent past the post. Great chance for Kalajoglu. Couldn't make it count as Filion will lurk as the goal kick will be taken short back to Williams. And York has to be careful here not to be hemmed in their own half. Out in the midfield. And they battle through. And a York player down in the middle. Aromatario holding his head. Take another look at what happened to Aromatario here. Okay. And if there was an issue with his head, it's because he whiplashed himself down to the ground. But does get the benefit of some earlier contact. That's called on the foul, but that was a little bit of an embellishment from him. And out to touch on the far side. And out for York throw. It'll be taken by James Fidalgo. Controlled on the far touchline. Back for Romatario. Romatario through. Oh. Looking to connect with Fisher on the near side, but just skipped over his head. In the midfield. Ball played through by Scortino. And sliding across to knock that ball away was Medeiros. Some heavy contact, but all ball first. And now a volley towards goal. But after the whistle sounded. All that will result is a goal kick for Joachim Mealy. 7 saves on 8 shots in yesterday's contest against the UBC Thunderbirds. And he came up big a couple of times. Up on the far side of the pitch. Belomri. Filion trying to hunt that ball down. That's out to touch Traore. Bit of contact on the far side, but all that will come from it is a throw-in. Ryan Robinson pleading his case. Long throw from Traore and flicked along by Filion. And ranging after it is McDuff, but it's cleared away from danger. Good threat from Condello. And those not dressed on the Montreal roster, very vocal in the stands right now. At the top of the box. Oh, a volley attempt here by Juanze Jomez. That's pawed down by Michael Williams. His first year of eligibility. Appeared in 9 games in the regular season for the York Lions. 8 goals against at a sublime record of 7-0-2. No losses. The York Lions when Williams played. Here's Casa. Medeiros. And now back to Casa. A yellow card yesterday against Dalhousie for Daniel Casa. In his 4th year of eligibility. And now a crack towards goal that is not too testing for Joachim Mealy. Juanze Jomez off the distribution from Mealy, but that pass is off the mark and possession given to the York Lions. Casa elects to regroup. Medeiros, now a long ball. Up the far side. Morano trying to track it down. Mealy out, collides with Traore. But nothing else comes from that. Now a long ball played up through the middle of the pitch. And that will be a foul called against Kabouzi. Well, pardon me, Filion. Take another look at that collision that sent Medeiros to the turf, winning the free kick. Filion not even looking at the ball and just goes forearm to chest into Medeiros, so definitely a foul. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup playoffs. Catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bulls next Saturday, beginning at noon Eastern Time, and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and cbcsports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Shot attempt, 2-2, shots on goal, 1-1. Both teams neck and neck right now. Would argue in possession as well. But now York on the ball, swung into the 18-yard box, trying to be flicked on by Morano. Attack still on here for the Lions, headed forward. Now Casa pushing up the pitch. Back onto it here. A good ball and toward the penalty spot, and a chance to volley it on. Fisher, another chance, and a sliding tackle, and it's a penalty called. Juanze Jomez can't believe it. But York will have a chance to open the scoring on a spot kick. Another look at that ball in here as it was chested down. Nothing wrong with that challenge. Fisher tried to go in, and as Fisher was following up on the shot that he missed, Juanze Jomez coming in to try to slide tackle the ball. They collided, and the official calls it a penalty. So Christian Zapiri, an opportunity to break the deadlock and put the York Lions up by a goal in this semifinal. Zapiri finds the back of the net. Three goals in the tournament for Christian Zapiri now. And the skipper puts his team on his back and has York up by a goal. And absolutely no chance for Joaquin Mili. High and inside the post on the right-hand side. First time Les Carabins trail in these 2025 U Sports Men's Soccer Playoffs. And Zapiri, we told you he was a player to watch. Comes up big for his squad, and now it's Montreal's turn to counter. Kabouzi, big battle on the near side line with Scortino. Juanze Jomez, who is the player to concede that penalty, will now have a lot to make up for here. Angled off the ball by Fisher. And up the near sideline, keeps it in play, finds Kabouzi. Weak ball to the top of the 18, away from Filion. And that clearing attempt by Medeiros is up and out of play. And that's out to touch again. Scortino brings that down, and now McDuff, a chance to counter here. Long ball on the near side, whipped in, looking for the back post from Kalajoglu. Filion pressing. It's cleared away by Condello. Now a big battle at the top of the 18. The Carabins pressing for the equalizer here. Oh, and that will be called. And a big moment here as El Harshali goes down. a couple yards away from the penalty area. Take another look at that here. El Harshali, a great run, and then Scartino. So El Harshali will line up over top of the ball with Kalajoglu. Kalajoglu on his right. Or will it be El Harshali on his left? It is Kalajoglu! And punched away by Michael Williams. An excellent save. Diving to his right, out for a corner kick. It was the Montreal number 7 to hit that, and he hit it true. And now the Lions will have to defend this corner kick. And some jockeying for position going on inside the 6-yard box. As Fillon will try to get his head on something there. From the corner flag, the delivery from Kalajoglu, parried away by Williams again. It'll stay inside the 18-yard box. Traore battling for it, punted back in, but well wide of the left post. And York can breathe and will look to try to slow the pace of the game down, as Montreal has responded very well to conceding the opening goal in the game, and you'd expect nothing less from the RSEQ champions, who have medaled in this tournament for 8 years. Kalajoglu through, looking to find Fillon. And back to Williams. And he'll take as much time as he can. Fillon jabs at it. And Williams switches the field. Candelo, his pass is intercepted. The Carabins in on the attack again. The flag stays down. A left-footed crack is blocked off the foot of El Harshali. Now that's sent in by Traore. Looking to the back post. Kalajoglu plays it through. Loose at the side, and it's in! Hold all tickets. I don't think the ref has given that goal. There was no flag up on the far side. And McDuff feels that he was robbed. And perhaps it is Fillon being called on the foul that let the ball go through. And so it remains a 1-0 game. And the head official heading over to have a word. And a yellow card being showed to one of the members of the Carabins coaching staff. What a moment, as I believe it's Fillon who was called on the foul half a second before McDuff slotted that into the back of the net. We could be all tied up at 1, but it is still a 1-0 lead for the Lions. And the supporters here in blue are incensed. And now York trying to add salt to the wound here as they cross it in. Back post, Mealy spills it for a second, but he's able to grab it back up and gives a shove to a York player on the way through. That was Morano. Fillon heads that forward, looking for another crack at it. And into the midfield it comes. York, oh, and that's a great sliding play by Kabuzzi in the midfield to steal the ball back for his team, and he's won a free kick. And fans getting into it now. Kalajoglu. Back to Kabuzzi. And across to Traore. And out to touch. And now a word from one of our sponsors. Bushamela plays back. And a long ball played up the pitch. They were looking to find Traore on the far side. It was cut down in the midfield, and now York a chance to counter here, but Juanze Jomez head up, knocks that away. And now in onside is McDuff. McDuff will track this ball down on the near flank. Into the 18-yard box, plays back across. Kalajoglu wrestles for the ball here. And it's poked forward and deflected away. Kalajoglu will let that roll out for a corner kick. You can feel it coming for the Montréal Carabins. They thought they'd knotted it up a couple minutes ago. The goal was disallowed, and now they have an opportunity off the corner flag. Kalajoglu curling into the back post, punched away by Michael Williams. Stays inside the penalty area, headed along, and now the offside flag is up.
Fans, a yellow card was assessed back in the 21st minute to York Lions assistant Fab Campoli.
And now York.
That was a yellow card to Campoli.
They look to be offside. But no harm, no foul as Kabuzzi takes it back. Kalajoglu. And through from El Harshali. Kalajoglu, some room to maneuver here. Kalajoglu! 5 yards over the bar. Goal kick for Michael Williams in his first year of eligibility. His business and society major from Kingston, Ontario. Long punt up the near side. Over the head of Juanze Jomez and back to Joachim Mili. Bushamela up the near side of the pitch. Headed along. Filian's looking for it. Kalajoglu, and a ping pong match now with this soccer ball. Jomez, Juanze Jomez. Oh, Filian. As we'll play on here. Filian still going, pass across the face of the 6-yard box. Comes to El Harshali. El Harshali knifes that ball in. A chance here for the Carabins. And a 50-50 battle. That'll go the way of the Lions. And a York player down in the box. I believe that's Condello. Bushamela. And now Juanze Jomez will lump it right back in. Falls at the top of the 18 and punted away by Casa. Oh, 3-man collision there. Everybody comes out okay as there were 3 going up for the ball. Oh, and somehow that gets past Kabuzzi in the midfield. And out to touch. The 2 top teams in Canadian football does end on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the party on the prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The Vanier Cup, 2025 on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. Filion off him and out for a throw-in on the near side. 28 minutes gone in the game. It's a 1-0 lead for the York Lions in a game that will decide who will compete for the 2025 U Sport Men's Soccer Gold Medal. And the Lions back the other way. Fisher pumping it up the near side of the pitch, plays it across, but Robinson has to track back for that ball. Now top of the 18, good tackle. The Carabins back the other way. Oh, out to touch, big collision on the far side between Aromatario and El Harshali. And these 50-50 balls becoming so crucial as another check through the midfield, but the ref wasn't looking the right way. Kalajoglu now lays it off. El Harshali fires! He's hit the back of the, oh, pardon me, side of the net. Side of the net. From my angle, I thought it might have somehow snuck past Micah Williams, but he had that covered. It was a good build-up of play from Les Carabins, but a missed foul in the middle of the pitch in the midfield, as the referee wasn't looking as the infraction was committed, but it gave Montreal the opportunity to keep going and a great scoring chance. Kabouzi, Filion, and that's out to touch. Filion from Rockland in his 4th year. A member of Forge FC in the CPL. Medeiros will reset with Michael Williams as the Lions have been on the back foot for a couple of minutes now. As the Carabins look to advance it here, McDuff snakes his way through a couple of challenges. Now lays it off to Kalajoglu. Tries to sneak the ball back in. Lays it out for Wanze Jomez, who will now flick it through. Kabouzi. That was a dangerous tackle by him. And McDuff flying in to try to block that clearance by Williams. That ball stays in play. And it's flicked over the top, and there was nothing there. Flick down the far side. Traore tries to advance, and now back up into the midfield. Fisher will collide here with Wanze Jomez, and another collision here with Kalajoglu, and they'll jaw at each other after the fact. Fisher claiming that he was held onto by Kalajoglu. All that will come from it is a throw-in for Montreal. Shot attempts 8-4 in favor of the Carabins, as well as shots on goal 4-2. Montreal leads despite the 1-0 scoreline for the York Lions. Here's Casa moving up the near side. Drops that back into the middle. Converged on quickly by McDuff. Fisher back out. Casa. And floated in by Medeiros. Headed away by Malo. And back out into the midfield. Oh! And that is a big collision at center, but play will continue. Good step up by Traore on the far side. Filion knifing his way through here. Filion tries to lay that off and just runs right over one of the York players on the near side. Now Fisher through the middle, and that's a loose ball. Filion can't get to it. Follow-up chance here for the Lions. Fisher plays that through. Scortino rather. Now Aromatario, he'll test. And that is well off the mark. And a goal kick here for Joachim Mili. Bushamela over to Kalajoglu. Now Kabuzi up through the middle, away from Balamri. And that is well offside, but still out for a throw-in. So pick your poison. And now we'll step aside for a word from one of our sponsors.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
That's out to touch. It'll be a throw-in for les Carabins. Wanze Jomez into Kalajoglu, angled off by Fisher. Head up, Kalajoglu, back to Bushamela. And now Mallow, they'll try the far side. Mallow, long ball into the box, and McDuff, no chance to get to it. Michael Williams out to claim. Traore, another long throw on the far side of the pitch. The Lions regain possession. Fisher plays back to Casa. Nearly stolen in the midfield, but still York on the ball. That's a long, hopeful pass looking for Morano. Scortino lurking up there, trying to cause some havoc in Montreal's back line. And now Mili, long ball up the pitch as they look to find Filion. Kabuzi takes it down in the midfield. Wanze Jomez. Now Kalajoglu out of Notre-Dame de l'Île Perrot. In 12 games played this season and 7 goals, 3 assists for 10 points. A goal against Sherbrooke and a goal against Laval in the RSEQ playoffs. And Montreal would love if he could get hot here in this semifinal. So Oreen Cohen, who was one of the goal scorers in yesterday's game against UBC, not in the starting lineup for Les Carabins in this contest. Scored the game-winning goal in the 74th minute. Unassisted. Did Cohen, but not starting today for Pat Raimondo. Kabuzi. Back to Wanze Jomez and Mallow. A lot of room in the midfield as he chips that forward, as Traore was pushing up. And Montreal trying to get those long balls working here, but seems they've had much more success by working the ball up the pitch and causing fouls to be drawn near the 18-yard box. This foul will go against the York Lions, and it's put back in play quickly by Kabuzi. Nice move here by Wanze Jomez, but under pressure here, Scortino steals it away. Scortino gets past one, looks to be taken down, and that will be a free kick just outside the penalty box. It's where the foul is committed, not where the player ends up. As we take a look at it here, Scortino, a fantastic steal, and then knocked over by Kalajoglu outside the 18-yard box. And so the free kick will be placed right on the corner of the box. It'll be a two-player wall for Joachim Mili. Christian Zapiri, of course, will line up over this from this angle. Perhaps more looking for a cross. It's Zapiri, high to the back post. And that goes off a line. Last, says the official. An out for goal kick and a yellow card being shown to one of the players in that scrum. As the official has to note down who that was in his little book. We'll get confirmation on who in that huddle received the yellow card from our PA announcer here at Varsity Stadium. Scortino on the near side, gets a lovely one-touch feed back from Fisher and gets taken down top of the 18. No call this time, and Kalajoglu moves back the other way. Now McDuff up with Filion. McDuff overlapping is Filion. He's in onside. Filion left-footed, fires across the face of goal. Kicked out by Williams and cleared away into the midfield. So Gianluca Condello receiving that yellow card. Misha Lysenko not available to play in this game today because he was awarded a red card in yesterday's game. And now York is pressing here again. In the 41st minute of play, they lead 1-0 this semifinal game. Mili will come out to claim that and urges troops forward. Montreal has been so close to the tying goal on so many occasions. Now Filion gets it right back. El Harshali. And now a word from one of our sponsors.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Michael Williams, 6-foot goalkeeper, gets us back in play. Bushamela's got to be careful here, and that's a wild clearance that goes high up into the air. Kalajoglu. Filion keeps it in play along the near touchline. Overlapping is McDuff. McDuff tries to knife that back for Filion. Couple fancy maneuvers, and now leaves it for Kalajoglu. Top of the box, but a couple Lions converge to knock that away from Traore. McDuff again overlapping is Wanze Jomez. Wanze Jomez to the back post, headed along by Kalajoglu. And Michael Williams has got that covered too. Montreal pressing here. They can feel that it's coming, but when is the only question here, and when will York be able to add another one? That's knifed away at the top of the box. El Harshali. And that outlet feed is taken away in York here, threatening. That's a great block at the top by Kabuzi. Stolen away by Juanze Jomez. He'll move up the near side. Leaves that off for Filion. Slows and keeps it in play and will win the throw-in. And the referee with ears like a German Shepherd, apparently, heading over to the Montreal bench and issuing a yellow card.
The referee has issued a yellow card caution to York head coach Carm Isako in the 44th.
Oh, pardon me, to the York head coach Carmine Isako. Montreal. Kalajoglu knifes that ball back in. Taken down by Kabuzi. Far side. Belomri now. El Harshali swings it to the near side, but Juanze Joma is waiting for it. Didn't go to it as it was taken away from him. Sent right back in. Filion bodied at the top. And what a strike off the post by Kalajoglu. That close again to knotting the game up. Filion thought he was taken down, and then Kalajoglu on the follow-up just rattled the woodwork. Great step up in the midfield and slide for McDuff, but too much on the end of that, and that will be called a foul. And we've hit the 45-minute mark. And we'll have a minimum of 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And the referee heading back over to the York bench. And a red card being shown to one of the coaches on the York Lions bench.
The referee has issued a red card expulsion to York head coach Carm Isako.
So Carmine Isako has been ejected from this game, with his team up by a goal. He's got to do the slow walk off the far side of the pitch. Into added time here at the end of the first half. York leads it 1-0 despite a number of glorious chances for the Carabins.
Correction on the York Lions red card. Now ejected from the match is assistant coach for the Lions, Luca Furman.
So it was actually to one of the assistant coaches on the York bench.
Luca Furman in the 45th minute. 45 minutes.
And another yellow card issued to a York player off of that collision.
The referee has issued a yellow card to York's number 13, Marco Shortino.
So Marco Scortini issued a yellow card off that dust up in the midfield, and now Montreal pressing here to try to equalize in the dying moments of the first half. Sent right back in. Looking for Juanze Jomez. It'll bounce out. Kabuzi, and it's punted back into the midfield. And that'll do it for the first half. What an eventful 45 minutes of play that was. This is turning in to an absolute thriller. At the end of the half, it's 1-0 for the York Lions over the Montreal Carabins. After the break, it's the U Sports halftime report, where we'll spend time with Matthew Medeiros of York and Joaquim Milli of Montreal. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Delaney, Northwest Territories, the birthplace of hockey. Here, you'll find a community full of history and tradition. A community that Quaker surprised by transforming their arena kitchen into a Quaker breakfast bar. Stocked with our Canadian whole grain oats, it's now a place to gather, to eat, and to celebrate. We're proud to feed the passion for hockey in the place where it all started. Because we believe no matter where you're from, you've got this.
Unbelievable! History has repeated itself!
Get the stories behind the glory. Watch, listen, stream, read CBC Sports.
Thirsty? With 5 essential electrolytes and 0 sugar, BioSteel is the game changer you've been looking for. All of the good stuff with no extras and no gimmicks. Just clean, healthy hydration. Trusted by pro athletes since 2009. Steel sharpens steel.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. I'm Desmond Thomas. It's now time to spend 2 minutes with Matthew Medeiros of the York University Lions.
Once again, congratulations.
I'm Matthew Medeiros. I'm a center back for the York U Lions. I'm in my 3rd year and I study accounting. I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old for Houston. My style of play would be a ball-playing center back who's also good in the air, fast, and can find a wide range of passes. As a defender, keeping a clean sheet, winning my battles against the striker. Of course, my parents. My dad got me into soccer. I mean, I watch soccer with him all the time, and a lot of my coaches growing up, they push us every day in training. We get different looks. We got tall guys, we got small guys. We get to play against wide category players, and I think it progresses well. I think we got a good bond. Everyone gets along very well, and yeah, I mean everyone works for each other. We play for each other, and that's helpful. My greatest accomplishment so far would be signing a contract with TFC2. A lot of planning, getting ahead on your academics. Don't leave things for the last minute because the soccer schedule will have you very busy, and if you leave things for the last minute, you will fall behind in school. Having fun, honestly, just kind of enjoying ourselves. I think a lot of us kind of get very nervous, but we really got to enjoy what we worked for here this week.
Le sport en direct sur ici-tout.tv. 100% énergie. 100% gratuit. Votre meilleur plan de match pour voir des performances exceptionnelles. Des athlètes de grand talent, des sports de haut niveau. Tout ça sur l'appareil de votre choix. C'est simple et gratuit sur ici-tout.tv.
Delaney, territoire du Nord-Ouest. Le berceau du hockey. On y trouve une communauté riche en histoire et en tradition que Quaker voulait surprendre avec une toute nouvelle cantine déjeuner Quaker dans son aréna. En plus d'offrir notre avoine canadienne à grains entiers, la cantine est maintenant l'endroit pour se rassembler, manger et célébrer. Nous sommes fiers d'alimenter la passion du hockey dans son village d'origine. Parce que peu importe d'où tu viens, t'es capable.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
reviens toujours. Impossible de t'en débarrasser. Nicotine. Si elle entre dans ta vie, elle ne te lâche plus. Même consommée occasionnellement, la nicotine peut provoquer une dépendance.
The York University Lions lead the Carabins de Montréal by a score of 1-0 after the first 45 minutes of play. When we come back, we'll meet Joachim Milli of the Montréal Carabins.
Mon nom est Joachim Milli. J'étudie en génie industriel à la Polytechnique de Montréal et je suis gardien de but. J'ai commencé vraiment jeune, 5-6 ans. Puis j'ai commencé attaquant. Puis vers, je pense, 10 ans, 11 ans, j'ai commencé à être gardien. Je dirais que je suis quelqu'un de athlétiquement bon. Je suis bon athlétiquement. Puis j'aime beaucoup sortir de mon but, prendre des risques. Ce que tu laisses comme impression à tes coéquipiers, donc qui se rappellent de toi comme un bon coéquipier fondamentalement. Mes coéquipiers m'ont aidé à devenir un meilleur joueur en me disant la vérité et en me défiant sur certains aspects que je prenais pour acquis et que je pensais savoir, puis ils m'ont vraiment permis de me remettre en question. Je dirais avoir fait partie de l'équipe qui a gagné la promotion en Serie A en 2019 avec l'US Lecce. Je dirais que c'est une expérience extrêmement difficile parce que tu cherches à te donner ton 100% sur le terrain et à l'école mais en plus de ça, avoir une vie sociale, donc c'est vraiment difficile. Tout donner, pas avoir de regrets, puis gagner si tout le permet.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
U-Sports on CBC, presented by U-Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bagues Baron Rings, et par and by BioSteel.
Welcome back to U-Sports on CBC in the 2025 U-Sports Men's Soccer Championship live from the Varsity Stadium in Toronto, Ontario. We'll take a look at the championship seedings here. The Toronto Varsity Blues came into the tournament as the first seed. They'll now play for fifth. The Carabins de Montréal playing in a game right now to try to get their way to the gold medal game at second. Dalhousie at third. Mount Royal at fourth. Cape Breton at fifth. The York Lions at 6, and UBC and les Patriotes de l'UQTR at 7 and 8. So we'll take a look at some stat comparisons at the 45-minute mark between these two teams. It's a 1-0 lead for the York Lions. Shot attempts 10-5, however, for Les Carabins de Montréal, and shots on goal 6-2 in favor of Montreal as well. Montreal has committed twice the amount of fouls as the Lions, 6-3, and the Lions have won no corners on the game yet. 2-0 for Montreal in that category. And a couple of cards handed out already in the game. One of the assistant coaches on the York Lions bench was just sent off a couple minutes past the 45-minute mark in stoppage time, I believe. So the York University Lions 9-1-2 in the regular season. First in the OUA West with 29 points. Put up 26 goals. That was good for second in the OUA. And since joining U Sports in 1963, have won the OUA championship 7 times. Their most recent victory in 2018. Of course, this year they came up against the Toronto Varsity Blues, who have had a disappointing tournament here as they dropped their first quarterfinal match yesterday 3-2 against UQTR, and just an instant classic. What an upset it was for Les Patriotes to be able to advance, and that will be our late game tonight. The UQTR Patriots against the Mount Royal University Cougars to cap us off later. That will be a 7 p.m. start here on U Sports on CBC. But for the York University Lions, they last won the U Sports gold medal 10 years ago in 2015. It was on home soil as they hosted that championship. Not too far removed from York University right now, just a couple train stops away on the tube. But they have medaled in the U Sport Championship 7 times, bronze twice. Their last time was in 2024. Gold in 1977 when they were under the name of the York Yeomen, and they changed to the Lions in 2003 from the York Yeomen and York Yo Women. So the lone goal in that first half scored by Christian Zapiri. And it's hard to tell why Les Carabins de Montréal have still been held off the score sheet, except for the stat line on saves. Michael Williams has come up absolutely huge for the York University Lions. He's made 6 saves on 6 shots on goal for Les Carabins, and he's been helped out a couple of times by the woodwork, and once by a whistle from the official who called a foul on Filion half a second before McDuff thought that he'd slotted in the game-tying goal. And everybody in the crowd wearing blue was perplexed on that call, but when looking back at it, it seemed like Filion clipped the York player as he was going through. But a couple yellow cards handed out in the game. Gianluca Condello on a yellow card, and Marco Sortino also on a yellow card caution. And we're back underway in the second half. The York Lions, this is their game to lose as they lead it 1-0. A chance to play for gold on Championship Sunday.
That's Cohen for Traore at the half. Also in the 45th minute, entering the match, number 14, Kenton Tui, on in place of number 21, Sammy McDuff.
So Tui into the game now for Les Carabins, as that's shielded out to touch.
De substitution pour les Carabins à la pause, maintenant dans le match, le numéro 22.
Quinton Twee, the midfielder out of Toulouse in his second year, came into the game as a substitute in yesterday's quarterfinal match as well. Had a pretty solid outing. So we see Belomri, looks like he's slotting now into the back four for Les Montréal Carabins out of the midfield. And Oreen Cohen will take his spot as it looks like Traore has been substituted out for the Carabins. Oreen Cohen from Lyon in France scored the game winner against the UBC Thunderbirds in yesterday's quarterfinal. Does he have more magic in those boots? As you got to be careful out here. Belomri, as he was trying to track down a ball on the track beside the turf, took a bit of a spill. He's back up though and sends this ball in play. Fisher, a bit of a tumble as he collided with Filion, who heads that back, looking for McDuff, finds the byline again. Belomri launches one into the box. Swiped away from danger by Condello. And now the Lions will try to move up the pitch. Up the far side. The Carabins pressing here as they try to feed it through. That was Wanze Jomez looking for Filion. And a corner will be awarded. Oh, mental mishap by Michael Williams. And Montreal another chance on the corner. This will be their third opportunity from the flag tonight. Served up, curling in towards the back post. Headed along, nearly can. And now held on to by Twee. Back into the fray. El Harshali will come to the near side, try to track it down. That's out to touch again. And the throw in here. The Carabin swiped in by Belomri. And knocked away from Filion. York trying to move that up the pitch quickly. They'll get a second crack at it here, as they look to find Morano on a through ball. But Mealy out at the top of the 18-yard box to claim it. Here's Malo rather. And that through ball on the turf that is still a little slick from the rain we had this morning, as it's just a misty evening here in Toronto. 9 degrees, feels like 7. Belomri, another long launch into the box. Chop back out. And Bushamela will reset with Mealy. Wanze Jomez. Such a solid defender at the back for Montreal. Unfortunately, he was the one who gave up the PK. That Christian Zapiri deposited into the back of the net. Williams up through the middle, and that looked like a sure shove. And York will have an opportunity around the 42-yard marker with a free kick. As we get another look at it here, and Bushamela, well, just blatant. As Anthony Morano hit the deck. It'll be served up and into the one-player wall, appeals for handball. And it will be called back the other way. But another late whistle from the official, and there was no advantage to be played as Montreal had the ball back the other way, so not entirely sure why the delay. Nonetheless, it will be called back for York. Once again, the one-player wall will be Twee. Zapiri will line up over it. Slings this ball in, looking for a head, and it'll fall to the near side. And out to touch for a goal kick. Kabuzzi dispossessed, and in comes Scortino, taken down to the top of the box, and Montreal will come away with it. El Harashi back the other way. Al Harshali taken off stride, brought down in the box. And I believe the offside flag is raised, and a yellow card being shown to Montesi El Harshali, as perhaps it's Filion who's in an offside position, but it's El Harshali on a yellow. Join U Sports on CBC for wall-to-wall coverage of the beautiful game as the 8 best women's university teams are in Hamilton this week for the U Sports Women's Soccer Championship. Catch every moment of the exciting action from McMaster University. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. El Harshali on a caution here. As that's flicked through, and the supporters here and the Carabins in general must be thinking that they're getting the shorter end of the stick when it comes in terms of calls from the official.
The referee has also issued a yellow card caution to Montreal assistant coach Felix Goulet in the 53rd.
So a yellow card also being issued to one of Montreal's assistant coaches. And now York back up the far touchline. Sortino into the box. Morano trying to follow it up. Malo knocks it away. In the midfield, held by Fisher. A long switch of the play. And Belomri knocks that away. It'll stay in play along the near touchline. Heaved back by Condello. Into the midfield now. Away from El Harshali. The Lions pressing. Up the far side, that's a nice run. Crossed into the box, it'll fall here and it's in! An own goal! Makes it 2-0 for the Lions. Robinson sent it in, not sure if who it ticked off last. But the Lions faithful in attendance are thrilled. And maybe Morano got a last touch to that ball. We'll have to wait for the official word on the PA system here. Nonetheless, Robinson, an excellent ball in.
Montreal own goal in the 55th minute, scored by number 8, Zachary Bellamary. That's Bellamary's own goal in the 55th minute.
The call has been Bellamary, an own goal. So Zachary Belhamri, the fourth year out of Longueuil, Quebec, appearing in 9 games in the regular season for these RSEQ champions, unfortunately puts his team down by 2 off an own goal, but you don't really know what more he could have done in that situation. We saw the same thing happen with Joseph Odumi of the Dal Tigers in their quarterfinal game. That ball stays in play as it skips weirdly at the top of the 18-yard box. A chance here for the Lions to make it 3, and off the side netting from Morano. Juanze Jomez gets us back underway. Here is Malo. 57th minute of play. Now Les Carabins down by a pair. Up the far side. Juanze Jomez crosses that ball in. And it rolls out for a goal kick. Shot attempts now 10-6, still favoring Les Carabins, and 6-3 the shots on goal for Montreal. But it is a 2-0 lead for the York Lions. An own goal off a great cross in by Robinson. Fillon brings that ball down neatly in the midfield. Lays it off McDuff, or rather Kalajoglu. Oh, great run up the far side by Zapiri. Has to get past another one, and he does. Zapiri, as the ball stays in play, still going up on the far touchline. Zapiri taken down, and nothing called there. Oh, we'd have to take another look at that when we get a chance, because from up here that looked blatant. It was a fantastic run by Zapiri, and that is a penalty. It is a penalty, but not called. Kabuzi reaching in, brought Zapiri down, and now Les Carabins, a chance here. Belhamri, that shot is blocked. El Harshali slides, tries to keep it in play, and out for a goal kick. And things ratcheting up another notch. In the 59th minute. Time ticking down. And Montreal's attempt to make it to the gold medal game 2 years in a row. CBC is your home for the Vanier Cup. Playoffs catch the 2025 UTEC and Mitchell Bowls next Saturday beginning at noon Eastern Time, and the 60th Vanier Cup Championship game from Mosaic Stadium in Regina at 2 p.m. Eastern on November 22nd. Catch complete coverage of the Vanier Cup on CBC Television, CBC Gem, and CBCSports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. And the York Lions have the making of a championship team right now. A lot of substitutes coming on for Les Carabins at the moment. Adam Ben Moussa, one of them. And he'll occupy a central mid position. Out to touch on the far side. Great pressure and battle for the ball on the far side. Fillon trying to track back to win the ball for Montreal, but it's played up. Malo dangerous here, inadvertently playing it back to Mili, who is able to come out and claim it. El Kalkouli on the right flank. Sent in, punched away. And Michael Williams checking on the attacking Carabins. Vincent Gobu was a bit worse for wear after that collision. And that's out to touch along the near sideline. So Vincent Gobu, Adam Ben Moussa, and Omar El Kalkouli in for Montreal. As that was a dangerous challenge, but advantage should be played here for York because they have the ball up the near side. That's a lovely ball sent forward and trying to run onto it. And that's another shove. Yeah, and Ryan Robinson unhappy with that call, but it was arms in the back. Juanze Jomez. And Vincent Gobu called on the foul on the far side. Daniel Casa. And now up on the far side. Oh, nice moves from Juanze Jomez as he looked to get loose. And now we'll step aside and hear from one of our sponsors. The Montreal faithful in attendance trying to spur their team on. Off the set piece. High and into the 18-yard box. There's a York player down. I believe that's Matthew Medeiros. Holding his head. A 6'3" defender out of Vaughan, Ontario. And now the athletic therapist has to come out. I think Medeiros saying he got a shove in the back of the neck. But he'll have to head off on the sideline, at least to be evaluated until play resumes, and then he'll be able to come back on if he has been cleared by the athletic therapist. And tensions ratcheting up here at Varsity Stadium. It'll be Kalajoglu off the corner kick. Montreal desperately needs something here as they're down 2-0. A chance for the gold medal game on the line. Keelan Kalajoglu zips that ball in. A couple players down in the box. Comes back at Juanze Jomez. Foot past the post. It remains 2-0. So Jaden Bell-Saunders into the game now for the York Lions. The 6'1", fifth year will look to make his mark on this match as he tries to steam down this ball. Punted all the way back down the pitch by Mili. And only Carabins in on the press. Ben Moussa can't hold on to it. And that's out to touch again. Throw in taken by Wanze Jomez. Now Kalajoglu whips that ball in, an acrobatic attempt. And now Malo puts it back in, looked to be flicked on by Gobu. Michael Williams will take as much time as he can to put this back in play. The two top teams in Canadian football descend on Mosaic Stadium in Regina for the 60th Vanier Cup, Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets for the Party on the Prairies by visiting usportstickets.ca. The 2025 Vanier Cup on November 22nd in Regina. Chase the glory. We'll take another look at that collision on the far side of the pitch. Kalajoglu, and then jumping over, was trying to jump over Matthew Medeiros, got stamped on. And so it's free kick for the Lions. A lot of time taken by Casa to put that in play. Good sliding challenge by Wanze Jomez on the far side. Throw in for York. No yards gained. As the York Lions look to hold on to this 2-0 lead. Montreal was really pressing in that first half, but their offense has petered out a little bit here in the second half. Neely will try to get the attack going again. Wanze Jomez challenged by Scortino and forced back into his own half, and Scortino will be called. And the free kick taken quickly by Montreal. So much room to work with here on the near side as Malo brings it up. El Kalkouli in the midfield for Ben Moussa. Ben Moussa, long ball off the left boot. And that's headed away from danger by Bell-Saunders. Cohen. Game-winning goal against UBC last night. Now that's lifted back in by Bouchamela. And no friendly foot can find it for Montreal. Back out into the midfield. Malo escapes the challenge of Morano. A big battle for the ball on the far side as Oreen Cohen in another dust-up. Romatario feeling it in his left hip. Out of Woodbridge, Ontario. Appeared in 11 games, did a Romatario for the York Lions in the regular season. Registered 2 assists. Oh, and that's a dangerous collision in the midfield, but the referee hasn't blown his whistle yet. And I think the Carabins got away with one there. But on the other hand, it did look pretty 50-50. Both players sliding in. And it was just the York player on the far side. Couldn't quite make out the name or number who stayed down. As the Pace of play slows here a little bit. The referee having another conversation over at the York bench, and it's another yellow card for somebody over on the York sideline. So the referee writing a biography in his little notebook filled with York coaches' names. He'll have a complete report by the end of the game. And finally, we're able to get back underway as Michael Williams will loft it back up. Caught up in the midfield and booted forward. Dropped down by Juanze Jomez. Cohen on it now. Montreal on the press here in front for Filion. And he couldn't quite get there in time. And it will be a goal kick. And now we'll step aside for a word from one of our sponsors.
Feel every hit, point, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline. Our passionate team unlocks a world of possibilities with digital broadcasting made simple, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. Proudly Canadian, ISI Live, be there.
In the midfield. Juanze Jomez, excellent work to clear that, moves it up the pitch for Gobu. Through ball, looking for Twee. And the AR flagging that down on the far side of the pitch. Deep free kick taken by Bushamela. Forward by Ben Musa. And now to the far flank, overlapping is Juanze Jomez. And that ball will roll out to touch, and it will result only in a goal kick. So the York Lions now ever closer to an opportunity to medal for the 8th time since joining U Sports in 1963. They won 10 years ago in 2015. Wouldn't they love a chance to compete for gold on that 10-year anniversary? And Aromatario, who had been shaken up a couple times before, down along the turf. Take a look at what happened here, and Filion. That's the second time Filion that I can count has been involved in a collision where he hasn't even been looking at the ball and just at the player. And I think he's lucky to not go in the referee's book. Bell Saunders in a great battle there with El Kalkouli. Mallow heaves it up the near side, flicked along, Twee, and that will certainly elicit a huge reaction and should elicit a card as Filion is down and a yellow card issued. And just as I was saying, Filion sometimes not looking at the ball when he comes in for a challenge. That was a blatant body check by Matthew Medeiros. And at this stage in the game, lucky to not get a red card. He was nowhere near the ball and had no intention of playing the ball. And now Senin Kalajoglu, loose in the box, appeals for handball on Montreal. Medeiros, the last player back to his feet under that scrum. put back in play by Williams. And cleared away by Malo. El Kalkouli wants it. It's flicked along by Twee. El Kalkouli, head up, switches the field. That ball's headed along, looking for Kalajoglu, and out to claim it is Michael Williams, and distributed quickly as he wants time to tick down as fast as possible. His team up 2-0 in this championship semifinal. Now Kalajoglu, corner of the 18-yard box, looking to press into the middle. Excellent challenge at the top. All ball. And that will be called along the far touchline against Montreal. And a yellow card issued to Bushamela. Sortino making a good run up the far side, and Bushamela caught him on the inside. And the referee might be running out of room in that book. Al Harshali on a red card for Montreal, and as well, and now Bushamela and Candello, Medeiros, and Sortino on yellow cards for York. Malo resets back with Bushamela. And now Montreal up the far side. Long ball into the box, nobody home. And the blue jersey able to connect on that, and it will be possession conceded. But a throw in deep inside their own half. So Montreal should be able to win possession back if they press with any kind of vigor here. Sent forward by Maverick Wright in the game for the York Lions. Jose Gomez over to the far side. As we play on here, Montreal. And that long ball is sent sailing past the near post, and another chance toward the goal comes and goes. The road to the Vanier Cup begins next Saturday when the RSEQ Jacques Dussault Cup champions travel to Nova Scotia to face the AUS Loney Bowl champs. Catch all of the action next Saturday beginning at noon Eastern Time on CBC Gem and cbcsports.ca. U Sports on CBC, where champions are made. Carabins winning back possession of the ball and now stemming up the far side. Good challenge. The two 25s come together. Casa and Gobu still in possession. Arle Carabin. Cohen to Philly on the near side. Brings that down. Gets past one and can't get past Jaden Bell-Saunders. That attack will result only in a goal kick. A little word from the official to Michael Williams. He was unsure what he was doing wrong. And now 10 minutes away from the full-time whistle, barring any additional moments and time added on. That attack from York. And now back down the other side. The Carabin will try to hem them in here. Casa with the throw in, and yes, Montreal gets possession back. Malo turns back. Bushamela through the middle. Weird clearance as El Kalkouli might have had a step to it. But Jaden Bell-Saunders is able to park the bus and clear it out. And a couple balls will be colliding in front here. But luckily for Montreal, that second one doesn't enter the field of play, so Malo can get us going. El Kalkouli takes that nicely from Filion, stays in play, and it's knifed out along the near touchline. Oh, El Kalkouli taken down after he brought that through. And Jaden Bell-Saunders called on the foul. Pardon me, Malo, the one taken down. We take a look here. And the Carabins take it quickly. Cross to the top of the 6-yard box and out to claim it again, Michael Williams. Bushamela heads that back as it sticks in the midfield. Shots on goal now remain, or should be up to 7 now for the Carabins. That's out to touch. El Kalkouli off the throne with time running out here for Montreal. The silver medalists last year. And that bounces through, nearly spilled, and it is loose in the box. But Michael Williams, nervous moments. Able to gather it back up, maintain the clean sheet. And now we'll step away for a word from one of our sponsors.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
York pressing here, trying to make it a 3-0 lead. That was cut off at the back. And now Montreal back the other way. El Kalkouli will have to hustle to that ball, but he was beat out on the near side. Juanze Jomez leaves that off on the far side for Twee. Crosses that ball in. That goes off of Williams and stays in play, or does it? And the assistant referee calling that back for a corner kick for Les Carabins. They've gathered the ball up on the far side. They'll take it quickly. Swung in to the near post and headed away from danger. It'll fall at the top of the box. And a half-hearted attempt from Juanze Jomez. Williams clears it back down into the midfield. El Kalkouli. Jockeyed by Bell-Saunders as those two come together again. Ben Moussa switches the field again, and that goes over the head, and Kelai Joglu unable to keep it in play. And that's out for a goal kick. 85th minute of play, a 2-0 lead for York. The berth for the gold medal game on the line. Knocked high up into the air. It'll be a throw-in for Montreal, taken quickly by Juanze Jomez. He's played the entirety of the game. And trying to direct traffic here. Unhappy with the routes his teammates were running. And now El Kalkouli. Gobu now has work to do as he's jockeyed. Gobu, left-footed ball in, falls to the back post. And Filion selling out for it. It was offside. as Twee was running into the back post as well. Launched up into the Toronto sky and sent right back to where it came from, and Michael Williams, a savvy play. And only his first year of eligibility, the 6-foot goalkeeper who played in the NCAA, his last university, Utah Tech. Juanze Jomez leaves that off, and Bushamela unhappy with that. And head coach Carmen Isaaco exchanging not so friendly words with the fourth official on the far side. El Kalkouli knocked forward again by the Lions. Played into space. Here's Mello. Away from Morano. And Morano steps right into a challenge. Fends off Mallow and Morano. And now up the near side, here come York. Surging forward. Now that goes uncalled, I believe. It's Burfield and Mealy aggressively checking in on the York player as we play on here into the 18-yard box, and Gobu nearly a chance. But there was Williams again. Back underway and punted forward. Gobu has that knocked away from him. Filion can't get to it. And the York Lions gameplay in the last couple moments is park the bus. But nice to see Millie helping up that injured York player. And Millie now fully playing as an 11th player, well up the pitch, as they're going to need everybody to try to spur some offense. Juanze Jomez, great wheels up the far sideline. Lays it forward for Kelly Joglu. And that cross from him goes beyond the goal line as we're in the 89th minute of play. Only a few moments remain in this epic contest. In the first half, Montreal, you could sort of smell it, that they were going to tie the game up, and they thought they had off the boot of McDuff. But that was called back off a foul that was committed just seconds prior. After that, they hit the woodwork off a shot. Michael Williams forced into so many saves throughout the game. And now a big collision at center. Cohen, or Mallow rather, looks to be in serious discomfort as Bushamela comes over to check on him, and the referee now blows play down as Montreal in possession of the ball. Mallow doesn't want play to halt though, because he knows the situation his team is in. And yeah, just completely bowled over there by Priolo. As the cross comes in, and it's pawed away by Michael Williams, and the rebound still loose and cleared out to touch. As we've hit the 90th minute of play, there will be an additional 4 minutes at least in this game. Montreal down by 2 goals. have a huge margin in shots on goal, 9-3. And yet York, 2 of their 3 shots on target have found the back of the net. Shot attempts, 16-7 in favor of the Carabins. And yet, it's York who leads it, 2-0 into stoppage time. Back underway from Williams. And a big dust up at center as Cohen goes down. Kalajoglu brings it back. Juanze Jomez. Now across, pushed forward, and into the 18-yard box, making a great run. There's Twee, but skipping off the slick turf. It goes out to touch for another goal kick.
Substitution for the York Lions in the 90th minute now, the match number 29, Cheyenne Sultanzadeh, replacing number 29, Matthew.
And another collision in the midfield. As down to the deck is Aromatario. York gets us back underway. They don't want to waste any more time. They want to keep the clock going. Bushamela. Across, Ben Musa. Pushes up the near side, El Kalkouli. Long ball. The edge of the 18-yard box. Filion, a chance here to try to get at least one on the board, and it's cleared away. Montreal close so many times, and here in stoppage time, how did that not go in? El Kalkouli, his ball is punted away. Many of the York Lions supporters on their feet as we take another look at that last opportunity for Montreal as they come in here and loose at the side of the net. It is just cleared away from danger. Michael Williams, his heart must be going a mile a minute right now, as there can't be too much time left in this contest. Williams urging his troops forward. Williams, a good ball up into the midfield, cut down by Ben Musa. Filion plays that forward. Jaden Bell-Saunders knocks it back the other way. Ben Musa, careful there on the slick track. Back from El Kalkouli. Everybody's got to push up now for Montreal, but they won't have the chance. It's a 9-save shutout victory for Michael Williams and the York University Lions as they take it 2-0 over the Carabins de Montréal, and New York will have the opportunity to play for the gold medal on Sunday. Montreal will play for bronze, but the Lions take it a huge victory. Our next game comes your way at 7 p.m. But when we come back, we'll have the Nike players of the game and get you set for the last game of the day. You're watching U Sports on CBC.
Feel every hit, goal, and celebration as if you're standing right on the sideline, immersing you in the game like never before, bringing heart-pounding action directly to millions of fans. We deliver unparalleled simplicity and tailor-made digital broadcasting solutions crafted to make you feel every moment in a way like never before. Our passionate team ensures your message reaches audiences reliably every time. Proudly Canadian, we bring a touch of innovation and our passion to the world stage. ISI Live, be there.
It's not just about the victory. It's about the moments leading up to it. BioSteel, the fuel behind every victory.
Hey, U Sports fans, check out shop.usports.ca for this week's promotional item from the Nike Team Collection. Visitez le shop.usport.ca pour en profiter de la promotion de la semaine de la collection Nike Team.
Altercations or infractions. Still lots of soccer to be played this weekend, and we hope you can join us for it by continuing to follow the U-Sports.com.
Welcome back to U Sports on CBC. A huge 2-0 win for the York Lions over les Carabins de Montréal. The goal from Christian Zapiri will stick as the game winner. The second goal, an own goal off Montreal. And we'll join in soon with the public address announcers here at Varsity Stadium for the Nike players of the game.
Fans, it's now time to present our Nike Team players of the game. Please join us in welcoming to the pitch, making the presentation this evening, the Director of Sports at U Sports, Jennifer Smart. First off, the Nike Team player of the game is joueur du match pour les Carabins de Montréal, number 7, le numéro 7, Kiliman Kalai-Joglu.
So the player of the game for les Carabins, Kiliman Kalai-Joglu, 7 goals, 3 assists for 10 points in the regular season, and had an absolutely outstanding outing tonight, rattling one off the woodwork, and created so many chances for his squad tonight, but just coming up short. And the Nike player of the game for the York University Lions is Matthew Fisher, number 28, the kinesiology and health science major, playing in his hometown in Toronto.
Semifinal number 2 between the Mount Cougars and UQTR faculty up is
So the final score, 2-0. The York Lions over the Carabins de Montreal. We'll take a look at some of the end of the game statistics. Despite the scoreline, the shot attempts 17-7 in favor of Montreal. The shots on target also 9-3 in favor of Montreal. The fouls even 11-11. But Montreal also 4 corners. So that'll do it. Our next game comes your way at 7 p.m. Our nightcap, UQTR at MRU, for a berth to the finals. My name is Desmond Thomas. Thank you for joining us here. You've been watching U Sports on CBC.
U Sports on CBC, presented by Sport à Radio-Canada, une présentation du gouvernement du Canada, the Government of Canada, Nike, Fox 40, Veriburn Medical Supply, Les Bag Baron Rings, a par and by BioSteel.